The Big Sky Conference is very pleased to announce that we're growing again. I jokingly made a comment to a reporter in August that we may get to 16 before the Pac-10, and it may be true. We're very excited today to announce that the University of North Dakota and Southern Utah University will be joining us. In fact, as we expect an announcement forthcoming out of both institutions. The agreements are in place, so those deals are done. That will be followed shortly, hopefully, by an agreement with the University of South Dakota. We have negotiated with them. They are comfortable with what we're talking about, what they want. They have an approval process with their Board of Regents that takes a little longer. We understand that. Not all approval processes are the same. They're doing their due diligence. I just don't see anything, though, that would stand in the way of their arrival soon. That would take us to 14 members in football and 12 in all other sports. There's some great advantages to what we're trying to do here. We're talking much more broadly about what an athletic conference should be, more than a collection of schedules, more like-minded institutions solving some issues, get the faculty working together, get administration working together. The vision of our presidents at this time is something that is very exciting. So it's a great day for the Big Sky Conference. I know it's a great day for the institutions that are joining. If you were to ask me exactly how we're going to play the schedule and everything, I'll leave that to a later date. But probably by 2012, we'll be into the business. So I look forward to it.
A statement about today's announcement of adding Southern Utah and the University of North Dakota to the Big Sky Conference, and your reaction to that.
Well, this is just part of what the presidents wanted to do. They want to expand the Big Sky Conference, and they have a vision that west of Minneapolis, west of St. Louis, we will become one of the real important leagues within football. And I think that the opportunity to add two schools that are similar to us, that they're lead institutions in their state, and also that are very committed to FCS and to excellence in athletics. It was very easy for us to identify them. It just took us a little while to negotiate exactly how we were going to get this done.
Were you surprised at how aggressive your group of presidents has been in terms of expansion, with UC Davis, Cal Poly being added as affiliate members in football 2 months ago, and now this announcement today?
John, we had an opportunity over the last 2 weeks to get together with the presidents and spend some time together in more than just a technical setting where we were doing the legislative process of the Big Sky, to talk about what the future could be. And this involves a lot of things. It involves what the end game is for FBS, or can be or cannot be for FBS, particularly those fourth quartile teams, and what FCS could become in the structure of the NC2A. I think this is a vision that is really ahead of its time, and I'm excited. It happened. It coalesced over time, but it's one of those. It's like a lot of decisions. It comes upon you rather rapidly at the end of a long conversation.
How about, there's been a lot of rumors about the University of South Dakota joining the Big Sky Conference. Where does that stand as of Monday morning?
Well, the University of South Dakota, we've been negotiating with them for a period of time, probably the same length of time as the University of North Dakota and Southern Utah University, but they just have a different approval process. We have reached agreement that is between us and the University of South Dakota. Now, they just need to get it through their approval process, which is different than in every institution. So we're not concerned. Obviously, we will abide by however long it takes them to get that approval process. And we hope that is moving down the track, and we hope that that's going to be a positive outcome very soon.
Obviously, this would mean a 14-team league, which is very big, ranging from all the way to the eastern sides of North Dakota and South Dakota to the Pacific Ocean. Do you foresee being split into divisions for football, and what about for the other sports with 12 teams?
I see being split into divisions for football, because there's no way you can create a schedule that's that big. You only have 11 games to work with, and quite frankly, you really only want to have about 8 in your conference schedule. You want to leave some room for institutions to play up and play FBS games if they want, or to bring people on campus if they'd like a bigger home schedule. So I think that that really points towards having divisions in football. Now, in basketball, one of the key issues for Big Sky Conference teams is getting a home schedule. And the better you get, the harder it is to get a home schedule with Division I. So I will let the directors get together and figure out exactly how many home games they want to play, how many games they want to play within the schedule. And then we will either go to divisions or we'll do some kind of unequal scheduling, which is very common within basketball scheduling. You look at the Big East, you look at the ACC. I mean, they don't play everybody the same amount of times. They rotate people. They play somebody only once. They play other people twice. One of the things you need to do is continue to play your rivals twice in basketball. But then after that, you can rotate teams through. So there's a lot of creative ways we could come up with a schedule in basketball.
It's been a tumultuous time in college athletics. The Big Sky has yet to lose a team. One school out there, the University of Montana, has been rumored for WAC consideration. At this point in time, do you think that the Big Sky is in danger of losing any of its 9 current core members?
I think that I think this new vision is going to be very influential in the decisions of people like the University of Montana. I think one of the things that institutions want is more than a collection of schedules. They want like-minded institutions making decisions, working together cooperatively off the playing fields. And so I think that this kind of a decision that we've made with the University of North Dakota and with the University of South Dakota and Southern Utah University is going to lend itself to stability in the Big Sky. My job, having said that, my job is not to stand in the doorway with my hands out saying, hey, you just absolutely cannot go. My job is to make sure they have good information. And, I don't know where we are in that process right now. I'm fairly confident that at the end of the day, the information and the data that they gather will point towards staying within the Big Sky. It's not just moving to FBS, it's what's your opportunity. What is that structure going to look like in the West? What's going to happen at the top of FBS? I think there's a lot of things to consider for schools moving up. And I could also say that one of the things that I very much believe in is that if there is an unsustainability within certain levels of FBS budgeting, FCS may become extremely important to the NC2A in the future. I really believe that you can build the programs that do what you want for an institution without having to look to that next level all the time, because that next level sometimes is kind of a place where you go to die. I hope that this move by the Big Sky Conference is kind of seen as a reaffirmation of what FCS can be. We have very, very good schools doing great things in athletics, and I think that you can build it at the FCS level, and I don't think you have to jump to get anything out of athletics that you're trying to get.
5 years ago, there was a lot of discussion when the Big Sky expanded with Northern Colorado. There were some Dakota schools interested at that time. What do you think has changed over the last 5 years to have the presidents make that move to the Dakotas? Do you think a lot of it has to do with the tumultuous times in college athletics?
Yeah, we were driven by what has happened in the West. I think that the Mountain West and the WAC and the negotiations back and forth and what happened this summer put us at a realization that not only should we get stronger, but we should make sure we're protected. And so I think that did drive that decision a little bit. I think that that's where we are. I also think that it's just a different vision. If that's been a shortcoming of mine, then that we haven't established that vision before, so be it. But that's where we are now. I am very excited about what the presidents are thinking about the future of the Big Sky, and I think that immediately they started thinking more broadly than just the institutions that are in our immediate footprint.